Problem number 51, GeoCon unit number 1, problem number 51. Calculate the cost of the window using the table. Each pane is priced separately. So let's start. So each pane of glass. So here's one pane of glass right here. Okay, there's one pane of glass. Let's start with this one. So this piece of glass here is 20 inches by 20 inches. 20 by 20. That means it's 400 square inches. And there's 4 that are that size. But what I'm going to do before, I'm not just going to add it up. It's, let's see here. So it's, yeah, because we have to price this individually first. So first, 400 square inches, that falls into this category. So that means one of these is going to cost $140. Okay. Now we have to do the times 4. There's 4. So one of these costs $140. $140 for each. So we'll do 140 times 4. $140 times 4 would be $560. And so that's all of that. Okay, now let's look at another pane of glass. Let's look at this piece right here. It won't be too bad. It's a half of a circle, a semicircle. So the area of a circle is pi times the radius squared. But it's a half of a circle, so we're going to divide it by 2. Okay? So let's see here. The radius, now that's 20 inches all the way across, which means one of these right here would be 10 inches. Right? That's 10 inches right there. So the radius of this half circle is 10 inches. So I'm going to do pi times 10 squared and divide that by 2, figure out what the size of one of these is. So let's go ahead and multiply that out. So let's see here. So pi times 10 squared is 100. Divide that by 2. You get 157.07, 157.08. Which is squared. That falls into this second category, or this one right here, $80. So this little half sheet, $80. So far we got $560 for the 4. We've got $80 for the half circle. Now the last one, the weird one, let's go orange. This last one, now there's, right here is a pane of glass. And there's 2 of them like that. But let's first of all, it's a quarter of a circle, but it's also, it's not a quarter of a whole circle, it's a quarter of a circle minus this chunk. So I need to find, first of all, I'm going to find the area of this whole circle like this. Okay? I need to find the area of that whole big circle like that. I'm going to subtract out of it the area of this half circle. Okay, and then I'm going to subtract out of it the area of that half circle. And then to get just one of those, I'm going to divide this by 4, which means I'm going to divide it into 4 parts. And since I just want one of those 4 parts, I'm going to ignore this, ignore this, ignore this, right? And that little half piece. And notice that's what I have left is one of those pieces. So let's do that again. If you need to, feel free to rewind and listen to it again. So the big circle has a radius of 20. So pi times 20 squared, that's the big circle. I'm going to subtract from it the area of the smaller circle. That smaller circle is pi times 10 squared. Whoop. Watch out. There we go. When I get the answer to that, I'm going to divide it by 4, and that's going to be the area of that one pane of glass. So let's do that. I'm going to save myself a little effort here. 20 squared is 400. 10 squared is 100. So I could do 400 pi minus 100 pi, which is 300 pi. So that's what I would put right here. 300 pi divided by 4. So let's do 300 pi. 300 times pi divided by 4. 235.62. So we get 235.62. Right? And there's two of those, but we have to figure them out individually. 335.62 falls into this category, 80 bucks. So 80 bucks. There's two of them. So we end up with $160. Ooh, that was weird. All right, so now to get my final answer, I'm going to do the 560 plus the 80 plus the 160. So 560 plus the 80 plus the 160. $800. So the final cost here, $800. All right, and that is problem number 51. Hopefully that was helpful and you learned something.